Okay, part 2. If you remember, Ernestine just made a wish that she and Jack would be friends. It was dawn. Soft voices and the sweet scent of freshly baked biscuits drifted up from the kitchen. Ernestine heard someone humming. She ran to the window and looked out. Uncle June was hitching his mule to the plow. "Good morning, Uncle June," she called out. He looked up and smiled. "Morning, Ernestine. You're up right early for a city girl." Ernestine giggled. She dressed in her new pedal pushers and hurried down to the kitchen. After breakfast, she helped her aunt with the kitchen chores, then headed straight for the door. It's awful dusty in the shed, child," Aunt Beulah called. "I think you'd best change into your overalls first." "I don't have any overalls, Aunt Beulah," she said. "Mama won't let me wear them." "Well," said her aunt, "let's see what we can find in your grandma's old steamer trunk." They went upstairs. Aunt Beulah pulled out a pair of overalls from the trunk. "These used to be your mama's when she was a girl," she said. "They're a bit worn, but they'll do while you're here." Ernestine admired herself in the mirror. "Thank you, Aunt Beulah," she said and gave her aunt a hug. "I think I'll go see Jack and his baby goat now." She ran downstairs and out to the shed where she knocked on the door. "Who is it?" Jack called. "It's me, Ernestine. May I see your new goat now?" she asked, pulling on the handle. The door didn't budge. It was locked. "Jack Avery," she shouted. "You open up right now." "You'll get your fancy clothes dirty," he teased. "I have overalls on now," she said. "Open the door. See for yourself." Slowly, Jack opened the door. "You sure look a heap better." "Well, I suppose it'll be all right." The two older goats followed Jack out into the yard and he tied them to the fence. "This is Jonah and Rebecca," he said with his chest poked out. Ernestine followed Jack into the shed. The baby goat was just waking up. "May I hold him?" she asked, gently stroking its head. "It's not a him, it's a her," Jack said, laughing at his cousin. "City girls don't know nothing about no goats." Ernestine felt hurt. Jack gently picked up the baby goat and carried her outside. Ernestine followed him. "What's her name?" she asked. Jack pulled 2 biscuits out of his pocket and began feeding them to Jonah and Rebecca. "I haven't made up my mind yet," he answered. "How about Princess?" Ernestine suggested. Jack frowned at his cousin. "Princess? That's a city-fied name." "No, it isn't." Ernestine felt tears spring to her eyes. Embarrassed, she ran back into the house. The rest of the afternoon, Jack helped his father weed the flower garden, while Ernestine helped her aunt can peaches in the kitchen. The next morning at breakfast, the children were very quiet. "Don't worry about your chores today, son," Uncle June said to Jack. "Show your cousin around the farm." "Yes, Papa," said Jack. "Come on, Cousin Ernestine," he called. Ernestine reluctantly followed behind him. Jack went into the feed barn. It was filled with hard corn. He swiftly climbed up the ladder and to Ernestine's surprise, leaped high into the air, his long legs flying onto the grain. Down he rolled, landing smoothly at his cousin's feet. "Watch me," said Ernestine, climbing gracefully up the ladder. Taking a deep breath, she sprang, toes pointed, down into the corn. But she didn't roll down. She was stuck fast. Jack doubled over with laughter. "I knew you couldn't do it," he said. And then he climbed up and helped her down. Ernestine didn't reply. She followed him out of the feed barn. "Just you wait, Jack Avery," she thought. "I'll show you."